Hello, dear viewers. Thank you for joining me for your daily tarot reading. I ask you to pick the stone that draws you, the one that really resonates. Will unlock the doors of your magical intuition and ask Source to tell you what you need to know today. You can call on whomever or whatever you'd like. Okay. I'll do a golden nugget card at the end too for further clarification. For those of you who chose the purple stone, we have, let's see, Wheel of Fortune, Tower, and Page of Swords. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so this, you know what? This Wheel of Fortune with the Tower, to me, that always means it's time for a new era. And it really feels like that. It feels like it's time for something new in your life, in some area or even just in general. I mean, it feels like you're kind of done with a certain era. Maybe it's feeling stale. Maybe it's feeling like you don't want to deal with it anymore. Maybe it's feeling like that's been enough of that. That is when sometimes a tower will come along that will help the wheel to move. And that tower in that case is actually a welcome sight. Because it does. It helps the wheel to move. It helps the new era to come in. Page of Swords is simply, maybe you have a beginning of a plan, but you don't have all the details yet. You don't have all the details. You don't know exactly how it's going to go. And that's okay. It's okay to have a beginning of a plan. But there might be something powerful at work. And it may be an answer to prayer. So whatever this is, it can be something big, but it can be something not so big. Whatever this is, I feel like there's a sense of there's a new something that's got to be birthed, and it will change things. Wow. It is possible, I have to say, that the Page of Swords represents somebody who is speaking impulsively and maybe aggressively. So that's possible too. I think that's not my first reading of this, but for some of you, that might be in the situation as well. But I do feel like, oh yes, it is definitely a good thing for your evolution here on this earth. Okay, so that is something. That's a good major arcana reading. For those of you who chose this little green elephant, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, and the King of Swords. So these are minor arcana, not a huge deal. But look at all this royal energy, right? We've got a king, we've got a queen. Wow, there is maturity here. And the Six of Swords is also about maturity. It's about, I've learned all these things. I have all these thoughts. I have maybe plans, but really it's about getting out of turbulent times and into the calmer waters. It's about taking everything you've learned from the past. Difficult lessons, perhaps, but taking it all with you into a calmer future, a more abundant future. So that to me is about maturity, as well as the King of Swords. He is smart, he is intellectual, he is logical, he is he plans, he has good self-control, he's eloquent, he's assertive. But so all of those skills are tempered with maturity. It can be that in the beginning, when he was a young man or she was a young woman, it wasn't always tempered with maturity, but now it certainly is. And we have the Queen of Wands, and that's just another forceful. I mean, my gosh, these are strong kings and queens. The Queen of Wands, she knows where she's going. She has her main priority, her main goal in hand, and she is going to go there. She's always pictured with this little black cat. And I feel like there's a sense of mystery about her with that. There's a sense of shadow there. Like, she's nobody's fool. And she's seen things and she's mastered them. And they've become, they've only made her stronger. They've only made her stronger. She has an intuition too. So it's interesting. The Queen of Wands is very interesting. She can be fiery, but that, like I said, that fire is tempered with maturity and purpose. Sometimes it's just a woman who really has a lot of purpose. So that's an excellent reading. I think Source might be letting you know where you really are, as you move forward. Okay, excellent. For those of you who chose this smoky clear quartz or citrine, I do not know, but it's one of my favorites. I like the energy in it. We have the Chariot, we have the Queen of Coins, and we have the Ten of Wands. So you've got something moving forward suddenly, and perhaps it's for you and someone else. There are two horses there. So maybe something is moving forward for you and somebody close to you, and you two are basically going in the same direction, but it's a little rocky maybe. Maybe there's a little bit of struggle. Who takes the lead? But there is a supernatural force propelling you. It's sort of like the Chariot. The person of the Chariot is just sort of pulled through the heavens. He doesn't have the reins. However, he's got this wand with a light. So, he can see right in front of him, and there's a sense of magic about it. So I feel like there may be something that happens suddenly, or that you may be in a chariot time in your life where there's something going on that is just like that is just sort of, you didn't ask for this, but here it is. But the Queen of Coins suggests you keep your stability. This isn't thankfully something that disrupts your stability in life or disrupts what you've created, what you've built. But the Ten of Wands suggests that it may create more burden for you in the short term. So the Ten of Wands is always there to tell us we don't have to do it that way. We don't have to carry all of our tasks and priorities so heavily. We really can. Sometimes taking a moment in the morning or throughout the day to surrender each and every goal, each and every task, each and every priority to a loving source to take care of, with intention. Really keeps us feeling unburdened. Sometimes a to-do list, something as practical as a to-do list, where we don't have to carry this around in our brain, will help us to be able to focus on one wand at a time. Because it's so strange when we focus on one task at a time and actually enjoying that task. We say to ourselves, I'm going to do this in a way that I can enjoy it. It may feel like you're slowing down a little bit, but in the end, you're more productive because you're enjoying it. And so that it's like positive energy coming in at the same time. It turns out to be nothing that drains you, but actually something that feels all right. And so you do end up getting more things done in the long run. So sometimes I feel like that one comes up to say, yeah, okay. So there are a lot of things that you're focusing on right now, but there's a choice in how to do that. And to know that there's some supernatural power pulling you forward. There's some good energy there. All right, well, that's a good reading. All right, for those of you who would like a little further clarification, today from the opalite, Still don't know where my golden nugget is. We have the Sun card. So the Sun is joy. The Sun is approval from Source. The Sun is a carefree kind of energy. Ah, the sun shines upon you. The sun shines upon you. So whether you're feeling it or not, I think that this Sun card is telling you to soak it up. Soak it up. And you may have some joyful kinds of experiences happening around about now. So that's nice. There are always children or a child pictured in the Sun card. So this could signify something with a child or your own ability to trust like a child and enjoy this life. So that's a marvelous card to end on. Well, I thank you all so much. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. And I thank you. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.